Hello, my name is Darren. I'm the Cat in the Cowboy Hat in Huntsville, Texas, formerly Boot Dude. I was blessed, and I'm gratefully thankful to be living in the Hat House that was built by the one-of-a-kind architectural artist, the late, great Dan Phillips. Dan Phillips built these homes for the Phoenix Commotion, which was a nonprofit organization. We lost Dan in December of 2021. He was a great man, and he's basically a local hero. He's not just a local hero, his homes are known worldwide. This house is known, it's an internationally famous house, as all of his houses are. They're on Roadside America, you name it, they're all over the place. We get people all day, every day, taking pictures, wanting to take tours. Again, I was blessed to be Boot Dude, the first artist selected out of 32 applicants. I was selected as the first artist to live in the Boot House. And it was a blessing and a privilege, and I honor it. It was everything to me. The first day I saw the Boot, Dan Phillips gave me the tour. It was fantastic. I'd never seen a place like that, man. I mean, it was a wonderful place, and I just thought, I've got to have this house. So I did everything I could to get in. But I didn't realize at that moment that, no, you weren't just going to walk in there. It took a little more than a rent check. You had to be an artist. And it was many dozens of artists trying to get in that house. I didn't know any of these things. I just knew I wanted to live there. And so they set up a little interview, the Phoenix Commotion nonprofit, and I went in the front room of that Boot, and they interviewed me, and I was blessed to be selected as the first artist to live in the world-famous Boot House. And I saw that the Hat was available, so I just kept on down 11th Street and went to my old realtor, Teresa Frazier, Heart of Texas Realty. True story, she was literally going to come down here before I walked in the office. I stopped her, and she was going to put the sign in the yard. And I said, Teresa, keep the sign in the closet. I'm back. So I was, again, blessed to be the Cat in the Hat. And so I'm here, and I want to promote the cause. To be able to create in these homes, it just flows. I sit in there, and I really dig it. And a lot of the materials, I got to know Dan pretty well. He's sort of a mystery artist, and everyone has these mysteries and these ideas of how he built it and where he gets his materials. And we had many, many one-on-one talks. I helped him build a driveway. I would help him do all kinds of things just to contribute and be a part of it. You know, I'm an artist. I want to help create. But what's happening in Huntsville, Texas, it's kind of a good thing. It's wonderful. It's a very hot county, Walker County and Montgomery County. Conroe, Texas, the past 3 out of the 5 years is the fastest growing city in the United States. So everyone's coming this way, which is even better and it's even cool because his houses are getting some exposure. It's all day, every day we have picture takers, and it's awesome. I love it, and because it keeps Dan alive. And I'm going to do everything I can to keep Dan Phillips alive, if I have anything to do with it. As I look off this way, I'm looking over at a Sonic. Right there, I'm looking at a Sonic. If you can see over my shoulder, they've cleared the land. That Sonic's moving right over my shoulder. So they're already developing 11th Street. There's a $5 million car wash going down there at the end of the corner. So it's underway, and good for the city of Huntsville, good for the growth and development and all that stuff. It doesn't mean these houses have to go anywhere. Why do these houses have to move just because Huntsville's on fire? Man, bring the people, bring them from Japan, bring them from Alaska. I don't care where you come from, because that's more eyes. They're already world famous, already internationally known. But the more eyes, the better. And people come see them from all around the world. I've had people. But I don't understand why they have to move. Leave them here. People want them to be a museum. I've had that. People want to turn them into a museum. Dan Phillips didn't build these houses to be a museum. I'm going to tell you this. I rode Hurricane Harvey out right in that Boot House. I didn't have one raindrop. Think about that. I didn't have one raindrop in that Boot House. Made of all recycled materials. He gets his wood from right down the street by the elementary school in that creek. It didn't fall out of the sky from some spaceship. From right down the street, man, Huntsville, Texas. These houses should remain in Huntsville, Texas. They're built to move. All of these houses are built to move. So they may move, but I don't want that. I hope that doesn't happen. Let's keep them here. Dan the man. wasn't his intention to build these to go move them to Louisiana. He wanted for Huntsville, Texas, Walker County, 11th Street. Why? Because it's the busiest thoroughfare in the city. Everyone takes the 11th Street to the university, to the mall, you name it. So they pass by here. And there's such an attraction. He didn't build this house to be a museum. He built this house to be a house for artists to live in, to create, to continue the creativity, to be a creative. And so develop the city, develop 11th Street, but leave Dan alone. Leave his houses alone. Let him stay. Let him be. Because it's what everyone comes to see. I'm a very passionate artist, if you probably haven't been able to tell that. And the reason I agreed to this interview, normally I'm behind the camera, so this is sort of a different angle, if you will, because I love Dan Phillips and I love his homes. I've had the opportunity, I've been blessed to live in both the boot house and the cowboy hat house. And I love them. But I knew Dan, and I love Dan. He's a great guy, man. And I agreed to do this interview for Dan Phillips. That's why you see me sitting here for Dan, the man, Phillips. The day we had the open house here, I have pictures. We had the open house. I lived in the boot, and then we went and had dinner across the street on 11th Street, across 11th Street, 1836 Steakhouse. I'll never forget that. That was the last time I saw Dan. The day he opened his house. It was the greatest day. It was a wonderful day for the city of Huntsville. A wonderful day. You didn't have to be an artist, you just had to be a citizen, you had to be a human being to take in that moment, man. Breathe it in with all that air that's in this beautiful piney East Texas woods. That's where these homes belong, right here on 11th Street. These houses belong on 11th Street so people can see them, enjoy them, value them. You can see Dan on the internet and all that stuff, or you come talk to me, I'll tell you about him all day, all night, baby, all day. Nothing but time, MBT. And I knew the man, so I'll sit there and promote him all I can. I'll get some exposure for these all I can. That's why I'm sitting here. I don't ever really do interviews. I don't know if this could be the first one. But I'm sitting here for Dan Phillips. Let's save these homes. Save them for 11th Street. Save them for yourself. Save them for the ability to enjoy art. You see any other cowboy hat houses? You see any other boot houses? Wherever you're from? I can tell you the answer to that already, man. No. There's people coming from Japan. There's people coming from Alaska. I'm not kidding you, man. And they're only here 20 minutes, but they were here. They made it. They made that journey. They wanted to see with their own two eyes in real life, not on some TV screen, not on some computer screen, man. You know? So there's a lot of talk on the street. Everybody's got their ideas of what's going to happen to the world-famous hat house and boot house, wavy gravy house and acorn house. And it's only a few months away. But it's such a wonderful opportunity that I just got a neighbor 4 days ago that was willing to do it for possibly a short amount of time. She just came to be, and she got a good job here in Huntsville, so she relocated from North Texas because she wanted to live in the Acorn House, built by Dan Phillips. So she didn't care what it took if she was going to be here a week. And she said there were two things I wanted to know. What's good about Huntsville? What's known in Huntsville? What's a landmark in Huntsville? And everybody told her Dan Phillips' homes. Dan Phillips' homes and the tacos. So she's in Dan Phillips' Acorn House. Now she's looking for a good taco. And so if you know, let her know. But anyway, yeah, these are wonderful opportunities, and I don't think the city of Huntsville should lose them. The city can be developed around them because people come from miles and miles around, in fact, from around the country, not just down the street, not just down 11th Street or 45. They come from literally out of state, not to watch a football game or to get a good taco. They come to see Dan Phillips' homes. So the word on the street is that these houses may be donated by the owner to Sam Houston State University or to the city of Huntsville. And he's a wonderful man, and he gets it, and he knows that they belong here. And so he's doing everything he can to keep them here. Just someone step up and take on the loving responsibility of these houses, because that's what it is. It's a passion. And especially if you're an artist or you respect and love Dan Phillips. Really, I don't think anybody here didn't. He's a local hero. He's an icon. And Dan was the man. I feel these homes should still remain here because of Dan Phillips. And the people of Huntsville, Texas deserve it. He was a local hero, and I think Dan's showpiece homes should be visible to any passerby. He wasn't in it for the cash, man. He was in it for the cause. You know, a lot of people didn't know Dan. I knew the man. He gave me the tour of that boot. And if you knew Dan, you dug him. You loved him. And you loved his houses even more. People don't even know the man, just know him from the internet or some television show. Still love the guy. I knew the guy, man. He's a good friend of mine. And I don't want to say it's a travesty or a tragedy. It's a little strong, a little harsh, or right or wrong. I just think they need to be saved. Why not, man? You know, why are you going to get rid of them? There's so much opportunity and room for development here, and people love the man. They love his houses. So let them remain. Someone help save the houses on 11th Street. There's no real reason that you could sell me on why they have to go, man. And so do it for Dan. Do it for the city of Huntsville. The people of Huntsville, the citizens love him. There's all kind of petitions out there. A lot of people, they don't want him to go, man. And so if you want to step up and help save them, let's save 11th Street and do what you can. Do your part. You know, this is home. These homes belong here. This is their home. All I know, so what I do know, because I was boot dude, and now I'm the cat in the hat, I do know 11th Street is a busy thoroughfare. All day, all night, every day, all day. And so there's, I don't know, thousands and thousands of people up and down here. When people come to play Sam Houston or Huntsville High School, they're coming down 11th Street. And so they're highly visible. And so everybody knows about them pretty much already. I've seen school buses, team buses stop to take pictures, players getting out, taking pictures. You know, these are an attraction. They're not a museum. I live here, man. I'm just a resident. And they're still all day, every day taking pictures, stopping, talking to me. Because they're wonderful houses, they're sexy, and they're Dan Phillips's. That dude's world famous architectural artist extraordinaire, man. And he's a local hero. So keep his houses on 11th Street. You know, Dan has so many houses that are really cool. The tree house comes to mind. I've been on my bicycle, I'm a big cyclist. I love Huntsville. Number 2 mountain biker in the world lives here. So you get you some hills, baby, you're gonna get ripped. I'm still trying, I'm 53. But you come here and you're gonna see the hat, the boot. If you know about the tree, you can go over there, you still ain't gonna see it. I was on my bike right in front of the tree house. It's behind another house. I know it was there, but I still couldn't see it, you know? So he's got those two, out of sight, out of mind. These need to be seen. These are his showpieces, man. And the people of Huntsville, the people of Texas, people in Japan love these houses. If you're an artist, or whether you're not an artist, people love them, man. So let's preserve them for the city of Huntsville on 11th Street. If you can, do what you can to help save 11th Street.